Well, which came first, the chicken or the egg?
Chicken.
We have parents, we have children, right? Raise your hand, those of you who are parents in here. Most everybody. But raise your hand, those of you who have parents in here. Okay, that covers everybody. We all either have parents or we've been a parent, right? I have a child, my oldest daughter will be turning 30 years old this year. And she, you know how many of you have had the experience through the typical transition years in the teens that there's some difficulty when those kids are shifting? Yes. It's mom and dad's fault. It's the environment. It's the nature that they were born in, the environment and what their mom and dad think, feel, want, need, and desire for them, to when they want to shift and choose their own ideas about life and take responsibility. My life is my own choice, my own decision. That's the teen years. And mom and dad don't know anything. Then they get married, they start paying their own bills, and then they start having their own children, and suddenly mom and dad are kind of wise and kind of know a lot of things, right? So thinking about the difference. Now, we all know, those of us who have siblings, that our siblings came from the same parents we came from. They grew up in the same house, they ate the same dinner, they probably wore the same hand-down clothes. But our siblings are not like us. Who has a sibling that's really different than them?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. But we love the differences, don't we? But at what age? At age 6, 7, 8, 9-ish? When they start to be, one kid likes to be in soccer, and one kid likes to be in piano lessons, or whatever different their little interests come, and they start to be more and more themselves until they're 18 and adult, and it of course takes a whole decade between age 10 and 20 where they're becoming their own full self. Well, today I've been this last week thinking a lot about how wonderful, it's such a joy for me to see my cute little kids that are in their 20s send me little videos of their little child smiling, and I just think, oh, it's just so happy to see my little baby become their self, and then love their own babies, and then they think, oh, Mom, now I know why you did all that. And I think this is, she says, this little 6-week-old baby has her own personality, she has her own way of thinking, and I'm like, yes, she sure does. Good luck, Mom and Dad. You have this little, very decided little individual character that you get to provide for and shift and teach and then launch off into their own life. So, what I'd like for you thinking about where you came from with your parents, think back when you began to say, well, that's how my mom and dad think and feel about that, but this is how I feel about it. Would you guys guess that you must have been 12 to 13, 14 years old? Kind of think about junior high school. Think back in your life at junior high school. You think that was where you were beginning to decide, I'm not my parents, I'm myself. Then in high school, does that sound about like this time in your memory when you started to shift? And then, I was thinking on the way here about, in West Side Story, there's the hoodlum that's in jail that blames everything on Officer Clux. It's my parents' fault that I'm in jail. Of course I have to steal things and do all the bad things because that's what the parents I came from. So he's blaming. There comes a point when it's not your parents' fault anymore. Your own decisions in your own life are your own fault. And you get to take over and shift. Then there comes this old, mature stage that I'm entering where even as a 50-year-old, I look to my wise parents, and I very much value their wisdom and experience and counsel in the things that even as your children shift and they're adults and they're off and gone, still as parents, what kind of stewardship do you still have now? Your stewardship has shifted. You're not in charge of their life and providing for their livelihood, but now it's more about counsel about principles and about, true principles like gravity that we can all count on. There's other true principles like in relationships and in household finances and in all kinds of important things. I look to my parents, even at this age, my white-haired angel parents, they have a lot of wisdom that I, as their child, am so grateful for. So I know I'm very much my own self and I'm responsible for my own life, but I still value and appreciate the wisdom and counsel of my parents. Anyway, so I would like to conclude that as we look back, as we think about our past, he was referring to our past, our golden past, the parents and the environment that we came from, which could be all kinds of different directions, and that our siblings also came from, and that as we came out to become our own self and pursue our own direction in, you know, raising a family and pursuing how to make life better for everyone and help make the world a better place. We have nurture versus nature doesn't ever go away. We always are what we came from, and we always are ourselves and what we make for ourselves in our own individualness. So happy past and future joining.